So we're going to be talking about the news that happened last week, and I'm super excited to talk about. So the first thing we're going to talk about, of course, is Craven, and that trailer looks amazing. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of what Sony's been doing with Spider-Man's like enemies and all that other good stuff, but Craven looks badass, and I don't want to say I'm not a fan. Like I feel like I'm not a fan, but I guess I am a fan because I still go out and see these movies. I guess I don't appreciate the direction, I should say, that they're taking with Eddie Brock. However, every time there's a new Venom, I go and see it. So they're doing something right, right? I still show up for it. I still show up to some support. So they're doing something good. But I'm telling you, this Craven thing looks amazing. I personally can't wait for it. I remember when I first saw the steals in the photos of it back when they were first announcing it. I was kind of like, what? And I remember when the synopsis stopped or dropped, I was just like, what? Craven a pacifist? And then this trailer dropped, and it was just like slap in the face. Like, this is not what you thought. So I dig it. You know, what's funny to me is like as much as like I don't at times agree with Sony, they somehow do what DC was trying to do successfully as far as building this darker universe with their characters. So hats off to you, Sony. Hats off to you. Over on the Marvel tip, we are talking Secret Invasion, guys. That just dropped last week. Also, it was phenomenal. I'll give it a freaking 7 out of 10. It was a great start. I'm excited. The deaths that were people. Oh my god, Everett, freaking Maria Hill. Like, oh my gosh, these deaths. This person was a scroll. Like, what the fudge is going on, man? I'm just really excited to see Samuel L. Jackson get down. Like, because if and I was just thinking, I was trying to think before I said it. I was thinking like who are doing fight scenes, actors who do fight scenes that are Samuel L. Jackson's age. But I mean, like my thought process is like if they can do it with Denzel and Liam Neeson, like they can do it with Samuel L. Jackson, right? Like I'm excited to see him like really get down and really show us why he is Nick Fury. Because he already got me bought, hook, line, and sinker. I don't believe Nick Fury's got it. I think he's outdated. He's old. He's been up in the sky too long. So I'm secret. So I'm super excited to see what's happening if he's going to pull the wool over our eyes. Because in my opinion, I feel like he's prestiging us right now. I feel like this old, broken Nick Fury is the act. And at the end, he's going to be like, I've secretly been 10 steps ahead of you guys this whole time. I knew you were going to do what you did. So that's what I'm excited for. I'm excited to see what this reveal is going to be. If you guys liked it, let me know in the comments down below. Let's talk about it. But yeah, I just genuinely thought it was awesome. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. And while we're talking about Secret Invasion, let's take a quick left over to the Secret Stash, guys. I'm going to put on the comic book screen here all the comics you need if you want a piece of the Secret Invasion goodness. Like if you want to own the comic books that deal with the movie or the TV show that's on TV right now, these are the comics you need. I started doing this a while ago. So yeah, if you want your piece of TV history, these are the comics you need. If I could find them in links, I will link them down below. But take a look, take a gander, remember this list, write it down, screenshot it, do whatever you got to do. Go get yourself some art so that when your kids are in their teenagehood and they're graduating high school, you could dig this up out of your boxes in the garage and pay for their college. Hopefully. And while we're on this, let's talk about it, guys. Everybody's pulling out of Comic-Con, which I think they did this like a year or two ago, where it seemed like people weren't going to like be in there. I doubt it. Okay, so I don't believe all of these people are pulling out Marvel and Walt Disney. Like to be fair, like Disney owns a lot of the booth space in or at least the presenting space in Comic Con now. So I truly do doubt like they're really gonna pull out of being there. Like I think like something like this happened last time and they ended up showing up. So and there's a lot of stuff they got dropping soon. And man, here we go. So I don't think I think it's just like a bluff or something. Like the amount of money Comic Con would lose because at this point WonderCon is like hey, it's hanging in there. And for the people who own it, and Comic Con is like, bro, if all these people pull out, I'm imagine that's like a lot of lost money, a lot of lost money. So I'm quite sure they're figuring something out. I don't think they're really going to pull out though, guys. I think it's just a weird ass game they're playing. So let's hop over to DC and talk about them. Like right now, if you are not reading any DC comic books, that's cool. I'm gonna let you know you need to jump in on this Wonder Woman bandwagon because Tom King's gonna be taking over soon. And the stuff he has planned, guys, like so it's basically a bite or a bit off of the Mutant Registration Act, but applied to Amazon. So that's going to happen real soon. Also, we have just been introduced to Wonder Woman's daughter, Trinity. Dope. So you guys want to get plugged into those. So you can add that to like the comic books you guys need to be collecting. Um, Honestly, I don't uh, have the greatest relationship with Wonder Woman in the sense of I love comic book Wonder Woman. I love Superman and Wonder Woman. The greatest. Love that comic book. What I have a hard problem accepting to this day is Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, but that's neither here or there. Um, but animated Wonder Woman, great. Like, oh man, it's chef's kiss all the way around. Animated movie Wonder Woman, double chef's kiss. Zack Snyder Wonder Woman, not so much. But that's needless. That's neither here nor there. The comic book Wonder Woman's doing big things. She tells good stories, guys, and I wouldn't recommend it if I wasn't reading it, and I'm going to be reading that when it comes out, and I am reading Wonder Woman right now, so I want you guys to read it. I want you guys to enjoy it. Jump in on Wonder Woman ASAP. So now we got to talk about the Flash, guys. I didn't see it for a multitude of reasons. And the whole Ezra Miller thing would be one of them. But also like this, to me, it didn't. There's no point to it really, other than if you want to say goodbye to the Snyder Cut, and I did that with the Justice League Snyder Cut edition. So this was a pointless movie to me. It wasn't moving anything forward. It was just what have you. So and I've seen thanks to TikTok, like I've seen some things already, which were pretty cool to see. Like that new like bluish gray bat suit was dope. George Clooney at the end, doper. Michael Keaton as Batman is always great. But I have been reading a lot of people talking about how this is going to ruin the DCU or the DCU is doomed. Like no, like what? This Flash bombing has nothing to do with the regime now. The mere fact that it was released is bananas. Like I remember when they took it over, I think like they didn't want to release it, and I think like the new owners were kind of like bullied into releasing it. So yeah, this has nothing to do with James Gunn's run at DC. So uh yeah, this is just, it was just bad. It's I don't think this is going to affect the DC moving forward. In my opinion, I do think like Gunn's DC, like I think like we're supposed to be getting the new Superman is July 2024. I hope he meant 2025. Okay, yeah. So it's 2025. I personally would wait till 2026. Just like the longer break in between DC properties on TV. Like in my opinion, I would pull everything. I would just let it be dead silence from DC, and then when we got that first Superman trailer, it would be like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, oh my god, like we're back. It's just it's too there's too much DC stuff right now with Zack Snyder's hands in it, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but there's just too much, and we can't let that go. Like if you think back, like Batman and Robin and Batman Forever, right? When those came out, and then when Christian Bale's Batman came out, plus the technology wasn't there yet, but it was harder to be reminded of Batman and Robin and Batman Forever unless you had the VHSs or the DVDs or stuff to really look at it like that. It wasn't plastered everywhere on YouTube and all these other places like that. So I think if they just pulled everything and then just let it like die down for a little bit, and then the first thing that we saw was Superman, it would kind of be like a refreshing take, because if there's one thing that will doom the new DCU or whatever they want to call it, it's going to be X-Men. Like, it's going to be X-Men. Like, if they don't, like, and that's why, like, they've got to figure this stuff out now. And truthfully, it's not the Flash that's going to doom DC, or this Flash film that's going to doom DC. It's going to be their vision, right? And it needs to be cohesive. I've kind of been saying this for like the longest time. Like, they need to just let go of everything Snyder. That includes Harley Quinn. That includes uh what's his name? Freaking Peacemaker, the Suicide Squad. Like, if you guys continue using his things, then it's not really a reboot. It's merely a recasting. Like let's not do let's do start over fresh. So that's what's going to kill him. Also, is the X-Men. Like, right up there with the most popular IPs is definitely Spider-Man, and then there's the X-Men. Like, once they get that popping off, like, it's gonna be hard, because whatever Marvel's planning is going to be top tier. And so basically, if you're promising new, but it's not new, it's just hand me down Snyder stuff, people are still gonna watch more MCU than they ever gonna watch Warner DC, right? Like, you gotta do something. It's gotta be fresh. You can't keep repolishing the same turd. Like, if we're really gonna do something new, let's do something new. And that's just me being a fan. Like, I just want something new. Like, don't do whatever the Suicide Squad was. Don't do that. Don't do the Peacemaker. Don't do Blue Beetle. Listen, it's time for something new. Do the new. And already they're messing up, because we do know we're getting the Amanda Waller TV show with the same actress. So we shall see. I want to have hope, but I have a little bit of doubt. Come on, James Gunn. Come on. As usual, guys, please let me know what you guys think about these things that are happening, because I would love to have a discussion with you guys. I can't wait. Like I said before, I have a podcast coming up very shortly with two individuals. I can't wait to sit down and talk about these things. It is going to be phenomenal. But yeah, guys, that's last week all wrapped up. Let me know if I missed anything. If there's something you want me to touch on, I will. As usual, guys, thanks for stopping by. Stay excellent, and I'll catch you guys later.